All right, my name is Audrey Anthony.
My name is Addie Cymbietta.
And we actually just met 2 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago at the bus stop.
Yeah, at the bus stop, but we wanted to talk about what it's like joining a D1 team after never having done the sport in high school.
Yeah. So we are both Coxswains, hopefully on the University of Michigan Novice rowing squad.
Yeah, so in high school, I did cheerleading, track and field, cross country.
Yeah, I did cross country, track, powerlifting, lacrosse, so never rowed. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, so we don't have a whole lot of water to practice in.
And I'm from Michigan. We have a lot of water, but it's not really like a high school thing here. But we just kind of looked at the recruiting questionnaire in probably July, and we were just like, we should do this.
Yeah.
And then we were on the bus stop. We were trying to get on the bus on the first day of tryouts, and I remember I was frantic. I was just looking around. And then I saw all these tall girls, and I was like, wait a minute, are you guys going to the row tryouts? And then obviously you were one of the tall girls.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Coxswain.
Yeah, I remember opening that email, and they were looking for academically driven athletes, people with athletic success, people with a good work ethic, and people over 5'9". I'm like, hey, 3 out of 4 isn't bad.
Right? But yeah. But it's been I would say it's been a good adjustment, though, especially going to a school like Michigan when everything is so huge and there's so many people. You kind of just have that built-in community when you're an athlete,
Yeah.
Because I already feel you probably would say the same thing. We're already, I feel like we're already really good friends.
Yeah.
And we met 3 weeks ago. We don't live in the same dorm. You're in Ross. I'm in LSA. We wouldn't have met each other.
Yeah, and I feel that way about pretty much everyone else that I've met through the team. I feel like any of these girls would have my back. I had a really bad day at a tryout one time. I missed a mark or something, and I had 3 people saying I'll come with you to when you redo it, I'll come with you, I'll cheer you on, let's go get t-shirts, let's go to the M-Den, let's go shopping.
And one of the things too that I keep telling myself in my head, I was like, wait a minute, these girls are all buff and tall, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
They have my back, they have my back. Yeah.
And I think it's been a good adjustment, especially coming in and because we started tryouts right off the bat. So there was never a time since I've been here where I haven't been waking up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And I thrive off of structure.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do well being a non-athlete regular person, having to sort of manage motivate myself. So having sports as a schedule has really been helpful.
Yeah. And I love what Mark said the other day when we were at practice at the boathouse at 6 a.m, and he just looked at us and he was like, I hope you guys know that 99% of your classmates are not awake right now. They haven't done anything. You guys are the people that are driven and determined, and you guys are the ones that are making change. So I thought that's going to stick in my head.
Definitely.
I'm from the state of Michigan, so really my whole life it's been Michigan. What? No, I'm from Michigan, so everywhere I go, I see Michigan flags, I see Michigan signs. My family loves Michigan. When you grow up here, you have this idea in your head that University of Michigan is this amazing place that you want to be, and then you work really hard in school and you get here and you're like, I was right. It's just as good as you thought it was. So
I am not from Michigan. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, about a 22-hour drive from here, from Ann Arbor. And as I was going through the college search process, I knew I wanted to get out of New Mexico. I love New Mexico, and Albuquerque has my heart, but there's a whole world out there that I wanted to see. And as I was going through the process, I was looking at some big schools, some small schools, just kind of looking around and figuring out what I liked. And I visited the University of Michigan in March, and it was raining. And as I was walking around the campus, something felt right. So as I did more research, I'm a huge sports fan. I grew up watching college football business. And so, coming to the school of the national champions, I'm like, this is going to be so fun. The more I looked into it, the more I realized not only is it a school with a great social life, a great athletic school spirit, it also had great academics. I'm in the Ross Business School, which I didn't realize how competitive it was until I had already applied. But it was really attractive to be somewhere with great academics and a great school spirit and a great alumni base too. Once I made my decision, there were alumni in Albuquerque who I knew through my dad who were in tears when I told them I'm going to Michigan.
I remember 2 years ago, I was in Florida for New Year's when we were playing TCU for the semifinal. I don't want to talk about that game. But we were there and we were at a bar in Florida, this whole 3-story bar, all Michigan fans. And we were 1,000 miles away, and the whole bar, like Michigan decorations, like everything was like blue and yellow, maize and blue. Like every single person in the whole building had on Michigan clothes. And I was like, okay, we are 1,000 miles away from the University of Michigan, and there's this whole building with probably hundreds of Michigan fans, which that was like definitely something that I love to think about and tell people.
They're everywhere. We're everywhere.
We're a little infiltration. Honestly, I'm just trying to take advantage of like putting myself out there, getting opportunities that I wouldn't have had, especially like, obviously, like I've talked about this with you a lot. Like I'm from a very small town. I graduated with 67 kids. So like there's just so much out there that I don't know about, whether it's like experience-wise or just like weird products and stuff that exist that I just didn't even know about because I'm from the cornfield. So it's really cool to like just learn about so much more stuff and put myself out there.
Yeah, I agree. I hadn't looked a lot into NIL. I mean, I knew about the legislation and I'd been like kind of following it. But again, like I always told people I want to be a D1 fan. And then things changed and this opportunity came up and everything worked out. So I agree. I'm just really excited to explore all the options. Again, like I'm not, Albuquerque's, it's a decent sized city. It's not as small as where you're from, but it's not, we don't send a lot of, big athletes. I mean, gosh, what am I even saying? I'm really proud of my hometown and I'm proud to be here and I'm proud that my hometown's going to appear next to my name while I'm here. And so, whether those are there's NIL opportunities here in Michigan or back home, because it's a big city, but we care about our people and where we come from. And so if I can just whatever opportunities come my way, I'm really excited to explore it and just do what I can.
I understood like what I was going to have to do, and I understood the sport as much as I could. They gave us like this big packet of words and phrases we were supposed to memorize because we're the ones directing. And then you get in this boat and you're staring directly at the girl who's in the stroke seat in front of you, and you're just like, I'm in charge of making sure that we don't fall. Yeah, I'm in charge of making sure that we get back to shore. And there's these 2 little ropes that you have to like move them like ever so slightly, and it's supposed to steer the boat. And I thought I knew what I was doing, and I just got in there and I was like, oh, like I'm in charge of making sure that we're safe. And yeah, that was it. It worked out and everything was fine, but it was like a big realization of like, these are my girls and I'm in charge of making sure that we're all safe and performing our best.
Yeah, a technical level, steering the boat has been really scary because Audrey got to go in the boat the first day because her last name starts with an A. I didn't get to go in the boat until the 3rd or 4th day because my name's all the way at the end of the alphabet. And so by the time I got in the boat, like the rowers they knew a little bit what they were doing, and I had no idea what was going on. And so I remember our coach was telling me like, Addie, turn the boat right. And I'm like, I'm trying. Which one? Like, do I go forward? Do I go backwards? Like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
And then just a little bit, there is a little bit of an element of imposter syndrome sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Especially as a Coxswain, because I'm watching all of my teammates who are amazing, rowing under 2-minute splits and doing these amazing things.
We're just standing there and we're just like, sometimes I feel bad because they're like really like doing physically strenuous activity, and it's like, obviously we're doing things that are really important. Yeah, we're not like physically doing as much as they are.
Yeah, I remember Coach Rachel, the Coxswain coach, she said on the first day, like, the rowers are going to do things you're never going to do, and you're going to do things they are never going to do. And like the sooner you kind of come to grips with that, like everything's going to be better. And so there has definitely been an element of imposter syndrome since I've gotten here, and just trying to figure out like where I fit in and where I fit in on the team, where I fit in within the Coxswains and in the boat and just everything.
Like at such a big like this, it's insane. I think this just like this was really interesting. I got the email about it, and I always just loved like anything that has to do with like social media, like stuff like that. So I was like, I think that's really cool, and I feel like since Michigan is such a big school, and student athletes are really respected, just because I feel like we're driven, we do a lot, and everyone loves athletics here.
We have a cool backpack.
You have cool backpacks. So it's when we're promoting things or just talking about things, like people pay attention and they respect that. So I think having something like Nucleus on campus is going to really help the University of Michigan, other students, or even just, the city of Ann Arbor be exposed to different ideas and things.
Everything Audrey said. I have a lot of opinions. I talk a lot. I'm not always the most coherent about them, but I do think it'd be a great resource because this was so much fun.
Like, I've never done anything like this. And now I'm like, I want to do something like this again. Yeah.